Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Coming to you from the world's largest studio in Burbank, California. It is the KerbSide Collections, the Pick-Ups show with my good mate and physical media brother at Blue Relay Hunter, Shane Hoffmann. How you doing, my man? That
I'm
was a long
going
intro.
good, Adam. It's a Monday Eve, and we are about to just crush this third episode from the Burbank Studios.
Yes, good to see you again. It's been a month since we've actually
I know.
seen each other.
How did this happen? Like,
Goes
how
quick,
did a
eh?
month pass that quick?
Goes quick. We've got a bit to talk about. We'll have a few topics before we get into some general thoughts. Sorry, not our arrivals and getting to the show segments regular. But first, we'll do some general thoughts around the grounds. I know you wanted to bring up Imprint and their massive boxes. Let's talk about them, like the Keep.
For sure, man. Like, for sure. Like, it seems they've tapped into something, and
Mm.
it's called the big box.
I think Neverending
And
Story taught them a lesson that we can sell these things.
yeah, like a little bit. Like, I only saw this recently with the Keep set,
Mm.
and I was like, "Holy wow,
It's
that's
ridiculous, isn't it?
that's
It's
like a slab of concrete to put into a house block." And then I
for
saw the
for a movie.
June box as well,
Oh,
and
another June. Yeah, another June
that's
box.
also massive. So
I've not seen that actually. To be the new. This is the new one they've got
I
out.
think so. Yeah,
Okay.
it looks the same size as the Keep box, which makes me think that Life Force is probably going to be that big.
Yeah.
Silent Night
Yeah.
is probably going to be about that big,
Mm-hmm.
considering what's in that set. And it seems to be, if it's going to be like around 200 clams, it's going
Mm-hmm.
to be big.
Yeah, we'll talk about
So
some of their announcements later about their prices as well. Yeah. Well, you can talk about their pricing in general as well. But yeah, sorry, just back, that Keep box is absurdly big. Where
yeah,
would you put it? Like you need a proper, I don't know, you need a proper room devoted to media to display that. And I think that cuts a lot out.
yeah.
I mean, they are going to release a standard because that's what they always do, but this Keep box is crazy. Like the size of a
I mean, you would
BW.
need specific shelving for
Yeah.
these sorts of boxes. They're
Mm.
not for, this isn't a set for everyone. It's not for
No.
just the average Joe who wants to watch the movie and keep
It's
it.
It's also weird for
Mind
a
the
movie
pun.
that's like a 5.5 on IMDb to get that type of treatment when you've got Fight Club still can't get a 4K or there's just here's Forrest Gump, one best picture, you go standard 4K disc only, basic but bare bones type of thing where you'd think I don't know, it's weird that they're doing it with the movies like that.
I'm having a prediction, Adam. I've
Mm.
got something coming through. Forrest Gump coming out, $200 in a box of chocolates set this big.
Box of Roses or Quality
Yeah,
Street tin or something. That'd be amazing. Wouldn't that be funny?
something. I mean, what if it was just cheap and nasty and it was just a big box anyway?
Yeah. They could do that, man. I mean, the stuff that's coming out with okay, well we'll probably might as well touch on it now. I'll probably touch on it later too. But the Back to the Future collector sets that are coming out, they're collector sets. They're regular
Yep.
sized. They're just fatter boxes. I announced on the Kerbside Collections Instagram page, I'm coming in December is the new Warriors and the Barbarella gift or collector sets as well. For me, that's a bit more in line with what a bigger market needs rather than what Viavision are doing with those gigantic take over the lounge room pop boxes. Like
Yeah.
that's a cat bed. A cats would sleep on that if you laid it on the floor.
I mean, come on, you'd need like a massive media room, like that one
Mm.
that you shared on your stories on Instagram.
Yeah, I followed them as well. Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
goals, like a
Yeah.
media room like that. It doesn't matter how big these boxes are. You could store it anywhere. You could have like a corner devoted or wall devoted to these sorts of releases, but it's just not for everyone, and not everyone
No.
can
No.
afford these sorts of sets.
No. No. They can't. They think they
And
can, and they do stupid things and put them on paying fours like me.
I don't know who does that. I don't know if
Probably
that's a
everyone listening
thing.
to this show, to be honest. Probably everyone listening to it. We're all guilty of, I do ask in my interview show what any regrets when you buy stuff. And You've got to have some regrets, I think, with what you buy. And if you don't, excellent, good for you, you're doing it right. But I know I have regrets. I've got regrets of stuff I bought that hasn't even turned up yet. But we'll
Eh,
talk about it.
I've heard like giant jack-o'-lanterns can be like
Yeah.
a regret.
I see.
Like,
Yes. I regret the price because I know they're going to release standard steels. I actually kind of am 50-50. I'm happy I'm getting it because I think it's pretty cool. I got it mainly for the steel books, and this light up jack-o'-lantern is going to be weird, but I don't know where the fuck I'm going to put it. I might have to remove my. I'll have to move my 2010 Mark Webber model Red Bull and put the pumpkin head up there. I think I
uh,
was going to go anywhere else.
you might have to just pull it out for like Halloween or October moving forward.
Yeah, maybe just sit on display somewhere. I've got no room for it at all. Anyway, another thing I did notice. Did you have anything more to talk about the big boxes? Because I've got another Vision comment.
I think that was about it for those big boxes.
Hmm.
Yeah, it just
Just
seems to be something that they tapped into, since
yeah.
Never Ending Story, and it's like, oh, well, people actually really want these things,
Hmm.
and we're gonna keep doing them.
Expect more of them. Absolutely. Yeah. When they get the right movies and they milk they milk their license. Because the thing I probably have speculated on a bit is the way Imprint are going out there about their business model and their purchasing, that some distributors will pay royalties for each item that they sell. So if they sell a movie, whatever the royalty is, I'll just be making up numbers, so I won't even bother. But it feels to me that Imprint might be going out and just giving lump sum fees, or if it's not lump sum fees, it is limited distribution. So they might only get the license for a certain amount of time, like it might be with 2 year license. So they maximize what they can in that 2 years on the releases. That's why with Never Ending, we've got that big box, we got the steel book, and then we got the standard steel book, which is the barest bones you're going to get of it, which I wouldn't mind getting, to be honest, but probably won't. But it's just, and that's how they're maximizing. They put in, look, these things, the materials they use for these sets wouldn't be cheap for them, but it's a good way for them to maximize their overheads. Is probably the word I'm looking for. So yeah, I think expect a lot more of them. And when we talk about label announcements later, we'll probably touch on that again. I did notice, and they're probably not the only ones doing it, but I noticed it especially with Vision with these sets that they're bringing out. When you get the 4K, you might get the director's cut or something, but they're putting theatrical cuts on the Blu-ray only, so you're not getting both cuts in the same format. It's either
Mhm.
theatrical on 4K and directors on Blu-ray or vice versa. Did I make sense then? Did in my head.
A little bit, yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think that's a bit of a pain in the bum. I'd like to get both cuts on the same format.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. I don't know. I don't
mm,
know if you've noticed that trend.
I have like I've noticed like on other releases that the theatrical cut would get the 4K and the director's cut wouldn't, because I know for the town 4K it's like that.
Hmm.
But there's been other ones where, like you've said, it's reversed, which is really
Yeah.
weird. But then there's other ones that do have both 4K
Mm.
editions. So, but I think they could be on the same disc, which that's a bit disappointing as well. I reckon they should have a disc each
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
maximum,
yeah.
that you're going to get out of it. But then it would cost more for us, the consumer.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. There's
Because
not much we can do. It's already been decided, and then we just go out and buy
yeah,
it.
if we choose to, when it comes to watching those movies, and if you do get both cuts, what's the cut you normally watch? Because I normally watch the longer cut, or if I know in advance the one the director wants you to watch.
Oh, for sure. Hands down, I will
Yeah.
watch the director's cut every time first.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Same. Yeah.
because 9 times out of 10, I've already seen the theatrical cut when it come out. So, if you haven't already, well, it depends. If it's an older movie, the director's cut's been out before,
Yeah.
you know, you'll go with it. But if it's a newer film, didn't have the director's cut at the cinema, but it's like, oh yeah, I want to see a little bit extra.
Mm.
So that.
Mm. I'll only watch the director's, even on films I've never seen, I'll watch the director's cut because I see it as the version the director wanted to be released.
Yeah.
So if that's what the director wanted, I want to try and trust the artist. And again, as much as studios cause interference, there's a pretty strong argument out there that studios also make a lot of movies better. They must do, like it must work both ways. We always see when a movie turns out bad, the studios get blamed or the execs. When a movie's great, you don't really hear the kudos for the studios giving the notes to make it great or,
Mm.
be a big box office success. So it would definitely work both ways. Yeah, you just never hear those stories though. No one comes out and goes, "Oh, the execs told us this note and it really worked out well." You never hear that side of it. Yeah.
Well, a
Anyway.
director's cut can sometimes be way better because there's little bits in there they will add, and you're like, oh, well, that makes sense for this scene and where the film was going in that direction. Whereas if it
Mm,
didn't, it's like, oh, well, why'd they do that, and how'd they end up over there? And
yeah.
I don't understand. So,
There's
it
a good
kind of is
example is
cool.
this the Superman 2, the Donner cut versus the one because he was sacked. I don't know at what point of filming he was sacked from Superman 2, but it was pretty late on, I think. Because his cut, the Donner cut is a better movie than Superman 2. But watching it, it's more of a tonal change more than any scenes. I've only seen them once, so I haven't studied them frame by frame and seen what's extra and what's not and whatnot. But it is just a better film tonally. And I know like he wasn't directing the entire film, but it just worked better. I don't know. Couldn't even put my finger on it when I watched it, but it was just a better experience. And that's why I'll, try and get the actual director's cut if I can.
It's really strange.
Yeah.
When films get multiple cuts. Dawn of the Dead is a classic example of that.
Mm,
The big box, the second sight box I got years and years ago that I've never opened, that has near every cut of that film on there.
yeah.
The like
Mm,
theatrical cut, Argento cut, uh,
yes.
US cut. There's like four different
Mm,
cuts on that edition. And it's like, well, do we really need like that many cuts? I mean, for the
Blade
hardcore
Runner's got the
collector
same.
of the film, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess, that I always thought like there's director's cut, so it's their vision. There's
Hmm.
also films that have just been cut because maybe they're
Yeah.
too violent, maybe there's too much, gratuitous action happening in them, and
Yeah. They need to get the rating down. If
yeah,
the rating's
it's
down, they
just
make
too
more box
steamy.
office.
Like
Yeah.
instead of having an R rating,
Mm,
we've got an NR rating, which is
yeah.
like an X rating for, more so older films back in the day, they were just too damn hot for people to
Right.
see in public.
Mm.
Like there's a lot of films in the 70s like that. So,
Movies were
I
banned a
think,
lot. They
yeah,
were just
it's
banned.
brutal.
They were.
Last House on the Left. I mean, that's
Mm.
classic example of, films that are on the nasty list.
I Spit on Your
And
Grave was one of those as well.
yep,
Mm.
hands down, yeah, that was just
It
a
is a brutal
very big
movie.
nasty.
Yeah.
Cutting off, men's genitalia in a bath.
Mm.
Or,
That scene stuck with me, man,
yeah,
all my life.
or getting a guy in the lake with a boat rudder. I
Yeah.
mean, it that
Yeah.
for stuff like back then. Now that's not that bad, but back then that was a big deal, and
It
no one was
escalates, doesn't
really
it?
doing stuff like that. So people were getting a little bit upset. But
Yeah.
seeing fully uncut films like that, hands down. Well, yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that 3 seconds of that happening, and that I
Mm.
haven't seen before. But
Yeah, it's weird, huh? I don't, yeah, there's some other stuff I wanted to talk about, but it's not really, I don't know if it's going to bring up much conversation. So I might move on to our transfers of the month,
yep.
our newish our newest little segment. And I forgot about this before the show started, and I had to rush through my letterbox. Thankfully, I have letterbox to remind me of what I've watched to see anything that I thought was impressive on 4K because I forgot to note them down as I was watching them. So I'll let you go first, though. What have you got anything that you thought was impressive,
Um,
an impressive transfer,
yeah,
or even an impressive movie?
well, impressive transfer because I haven't watched a lot of films in the past week, but I did watch Cobra, and I can vouch for everyone else that's said it's awesome. It totally is awesome.
I
It's
need to get to
very,
that.
very bright colors because there's a lot of red in this film. And
Yeah, okay.
some films that, get the 4K resto with red in it, it can suffer. But this
Mm-hmm.
one isn't like that. It's really clear. Great sound. Yeah, I thought it was up there. It's pretty good.
Yeah, those old
Considering,
Italian giallos come up well with a lot of red too.
mm,
Blood and Black.
but
It looks really good. Yeah.
I mean, considering that film has had like many different evolutions from,
Mm.
it's probably was on Betamax, it's been on VHS,
Yeah.
DVD, Blu-ray 2K,
Hmm.
restoration, and now 4K. I mean, it's gone through a lot of changes, and
Mm.
it also comes with the TV cut as well. I mean, what
All
obviously
right.
not in 4K quality, but
Yeah,
what
yeah.
else could you really ask for? I mean, it's pretty damn good. So I would say that's pretty up there.
I don't
That
think
was
I could
probably
ever
the
watch.
best one I saw this week.
I don't think I could ever watch a TV cut. It would just be missing so much, like language in that as well. Like there'd be so much dodgy ADR and dubbing over it, wouldn't there?
Yeah. That's the whole fun of watching it, Adam. So you can
Yeah.
sit back and have a chuckle.
I like that with some of the old giallo and or Italian horror zombie movies I've been watching lately. That bad dubbing. And there's no excuse for it because they're English speaking people, but they're still bad dubbing. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. So I just put gum in my mouth and it's really upset me. For me, my I've got two to talk about.
Yeah.
Movies I'd seen the second watch for both of these. Invasion of the Body Snatchers from '56. That Kino was a really great transfer. I just love that movie. I love both Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I haven't seen the Nicole Kidman one, but all of the body snatchers type, that subgenre, I kind of like a lot of those movies. It's kind of like the time loop movies. Haven't seen one I've hated yet, or any of those time loop, live the day next, today, live it tomorrow. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, those subgenres, they're great. Invasion of the Body Snatchers 56 is a great 4K. The next one is The Old Dark House, which is the
Oh yeah.
Eureka. Yeah, that was really great. I watched that for the horror podcast, the Super Fun Happy Horror Hour podcast. Shameless plug for that. Did an episode on the Old Dark House and Frankenstein in our 1930s episode, which will be coming soon. An excellent movie, such a vibe, just a great movie. And the 4K, those old black and white films just scrub up. They scrub up so damn pretty when they give them the HDR treatment. It's amazing. Yeah. Did you have another one, or want to move on to?
Well, I did sneak in Poseidon like earlier because I thought, well, I got a couple hours before we start getting into this, and I was like, well, I may as well just watch it to see what it was like because I haven't seen that film since it was at the cinema. I've
Mm,
never owned it, and it's only had a DVD before this 4K came out. So I would say it looked pretty damn good because the effects back then were not like they are now. It
no.
still was pretty damn
Mm,
good. I think they would have done a lot more live action sequences for that film than they probably would do these days.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you can sort of see the CGI fakeness in some bits. But
Yep.
overall, it was really, really great transfer. It's a fun film. If you haven't seen it, it's just worth checking out for sure.
I don't know if I've seen it or not. I know I've seen the Poseidon Adventure from back in the day, the 50s or whatnot. One of those films my mum made me watch because it was a famous story. I don't know if I ever saw the remake. There was something I was going to bring up, but I can't remember. It doesn't matter. We'll move on. So, did you have? So this is our traditional spot where we'll talk about what we've had arrive. But before we get into that, I think last month we both alluded to the fact we were cutting back on our spending and purchasing.
Yep.
But in saying that, I think we both still had stuff arrive, right? I know you have, I know I have, but I've also I'll let you talk about yours, what you've had arrive, and then I'll talk about mine and
Um,
explain myself
yeah.
to the class.
Well, it's not like I have actually cut back. That's not a
Yes.
lie.
Yeah,
Like
same,
so
same.
I did get like my outrun order, which Rick's been piling up for me. And then
Hmm.
I was waiting for just two more things, just the cherries on top, to come
Mhm.
in, which they did, which was Poseidon and Thief,
Yeah.
because that Arrow version of Thief's selling incredibly well.
Mm.
So I was
It's a
very
great
keen to
fucking
grab
movie.
that.
Yeah.
It is. Like I've got the 2-disc Blu-ray, which has got both cuts on
Ah.
it.
Yep.
Like that came out years ago now. So yeah, I finally have the Nice Guys deluxe box.
Ah, yes.
I
Yep.
haven't watched that yet, but it'll happen.
Fuck, it's a great movie,
Um,
man. I could watch that movie every day. It's so good.
it's such a great film. Like it shouldn't be so funny, but it kind of is.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but
Don't
it's
say
still
and
quite
stuff. Just say
serious.
you had anal. Like it's just great.
But it's still a brutal film at the same time. So
Yeah.
just obviously, yeah, I got Thief, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, which is also selling incredibly well. Rick said
Yeah.
he may not get any more of the slip versions because they're just selling really well.
Yeah. People seem to love that movie.
It is a really good remake. Like,
Yeah.
I
It's a
mean,
good
you
one.
can't really beat the original. The original is just next level crazy
Oh,
for
it's one
its
of the best horror
time.
movies ever. Fun fact
Mm,
again, plug for the super fun Happy Horror Hour, wherever you get your podcasts. We also did an episode of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 74 and this remake that Shane's talking about.
yeah, you should. Everyone who's listening, you should check it out. Now we're both plugging.
Yes, you should check it out.
I got Kill Bill 1 and 2. They were really good. I've actually watched
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
Jackie
Volume one is fucking
Brown.
masterpiece.
Yeah, the first one is fucking wild. And
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed that no one has got on board to do this color version that only Japan got when it come out.
Mm.
As I told you when I
Yeah.
was watching it, it was only released on DVD in Japan for the Crazy 88 showdown scene. And I just thought, well, if we're doing all these big 4K releases, like even Imprint doing the
Yep.
double,
Yep.
how can no one get their hands on this cut and just put it out?
I reckon it's a Tarantino thing because I
It
think it would
must be.
depend. I assume he would, by this stage, he would have ownership of his property.
Yep.
So it's probably him going, no, I don't want the world to see that. That was, yeah, I reckon I want him to see because he won't release, he's actually said he's not going to release the whole bloody affair. Oh, well, he won't allow it. It's only for cinemas, which he has, obviously owns a cinema that shows it every now and then. So yeah, we'll never see, I don't think we'll ever see the whole bloody affair on physical.
Well, that's like I looked that up and I said to you, I've never heard of this, and you were shocked.
Yeah, I
But
was shocked. Yeah.
I'd never heard that there was a full cut of both films. And the
Just a
other
lazy
thing
4 hours.
there's like people out there that will stitch movies together to make it one. Like there's a
Hmm.
Halloween and a Halloween 2 that you can get, and
Is
you
there?
can watch it start to finish seamlessly. Like
Right.
it's out there. They sell really well, so I'm surprised that someone hasn't gone and put these two together like a bootleg version because that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And made some coin out of it. But obviously, no one wants to cross old mate QT because that could be bad for their health. What else we got? Jackie Brown, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Night
Jackie
Watch
Brown.
Collection, The Stuff, Tourist Trap, and obviously Cobra. So
What a great
apart from
bunch of
that, I
pickups,
haven't
though.
actually bought anything else. Like
They're all
I've
bangers,
been,
though, man. That's a lot of
mate,
bangers.
it's a big stack of banging.
Yeah. Yeah. So today, so we're recording this on Monday, the 29th, and I had quite a few bits of mail turn up today at the same time. So, well, actually, with this week, late last week as well. So for this month, I have added 66 movies. Okay. So that is less for me, but also it is still a cutback because the very vast majority, more than half of those have actually come. And again, I want to give another plug to at Uncle Wayno on Instagram. He's a reseller, if you don't know who he is. So and he's auctions. He does live auctions of movies he picks up on Whatnot. So which is a like a reseller app. It's actually really good fun. He puts on a good show. gives lots of good stuff away, and you can pick up some bargains along the way. So most of mine have come from Whatnot, and one of his mates also did one. His name's Diary of a Flipper. I picked up a few from him, which arrived today. So the vast majority of those 66 are not full priced items. They're, you know, really good price stuff, and like a lot of rare out of print type of things as well. One
Did you
second while.
say out of print, Adam?
Yeah, well,
He,
whatever that means. Yeah.
I
Um,
swear, it's going to come up every episode. Something
yeah,
will be
well,
out of print, and we'll talk about it.
it will absolutely. So some of my highlights, I've actually picked up a absolute fuck ton of the Living Dead films. So I did pick up the Return of the Living Dead steelbook, which I probably announced I'd ordered on the last show. That was the Shout Factory steelbook, which made me cancel my Arrow pre-order of that same title. I've also got the Return of the Living Dead on 4K, the Dan O'Bannon one. Yes, I got that. And today my Italian copy of all the George A. Romero Living Dead films, which includes Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, Survival of the Dead, on various 4Ks, all the various cuts on Blu-rays and that as well. That arrived today, which was stressing me out because it had been in the country for almost 3 weeks before it arrived. It was one of those things I got from Rare Waves, so the tracking is a little bit stress inducing, but I was pretty happy it arrived today. They're probably the bigger highlights I have, to be honest, of what I've had arrive. I was really happy to get off Uncle Wayne Men in Black 2 and 3 because they're super hard to find, and they're really expensive. Can't believe they're not in 4K yet, but I'm sure I can just see Kino or Arrow doing 4Ks of those two movies. Going to be pretty smart to do, but I'd like to see it and probably should be on our lists. But other than that, I did get the Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal movies. They are the new Shout Factory titles coming to Australia from All Interactive. They two of the first 12. I got those as well. Nice little slip covers on those, and as well as Sunset Boulevard, which everyone should be buying because that is an amazing movie. One of those old ones I'll try and get you to get one day, mate, when they're on sale. And it was also good to also get Kung Fu Hustle finally on Blu-ray after I'd been hunting that for a very long time, and finally got a re-release in Australia. So because I love that movie, and yeah, I was happy to have it back. Yeah. Any comments on any of my movies?
Well, I'm absolutely thrilled that your Living Dead box arrived because the stress, I could
Mm.
feel it. I could feel the stress over here. It's like, I just paid all this money and
was
they can't find it.
It was not a cheap box set. It was not a cheap
No,
set. The thing with
and
Rare
it's,
Waves is that their tracking ends once the item arrives in Australia, which has to go through customs and whatnot. The tracking ends, and the other item that I ordered with it at the same time with the same tracking number that arrived like over a week ago, and I'm like, for fuck's sake! But anyway, it turned up, which was great. I was giving it
it's
until
a
Wednesday before I told them I need a new one.
it's a pretty decent looking set. Like I only saw the front of it, but it looks pretty wild.
Yeah, it's great. It is an Italian set, so the languages it's most of them are in English or English subtitled. There's nothing where I won't be able to watch it at least. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to get them, especially given it is spooky season. I'll try and watch as many of them as I can come October. Yeah, bring it on. Have you got anything on the way? Oh, sorry, do
No,
you want to comment any more? Because I seem to just be taking over again.
you never take over, Adam.
I
I'm a
do
very good listener.
too often.
But no, I don't have anything actually coming. Like I've
You've
not
cut
bought
back.
anything.
Yep.
I've
Cool.
cut it,
That's good. That's we
cut
got
it
to go
back.
through those. Yep.
Happens.
Again, I haven't. Well, I have cut back because what I've got coming is not much that I haven't spoken about that on previous episodes. It still hasn't arrived, but there's probably three things. So I've got the F1 Steelbook because that was really dropped
Oh
on
yeah.
us with about a month to spare. So I'm definitely getting that because F1 is, my life outside of this thing. And the other two were I had some money in my PayPal balance from because I am a good boy and I recycle bottles and I just collect the money and not good enough that I give that money to charity. I keep it for myself to buy movies. So I had a bit of money in there, and I've been after the Panic Room Steelbook because I don't think we're not getting that in Australia. That's not going to happen. It doesn't seem they're releasing a standard because I was expecting that might have happened by now if they're going to release a Panic Room standard. So it might be one of those rights things. But the only place I could find it in Australia was at DVD Hub. So I picked that up, and to get free shipping, I also got the Mean Girls 4K because that was only $25, and it's the cheapest I've seen that. And that's
Yeah.
the original Mean Girls, and I love that movie. Judge me all you want. Mean Girls is a fucking ripper. It's a
Yeah,
banger.
yeah.
I've seen that about 10 times, I reckon.
That's a pretty decent 4K, that one.
Is it?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got that one. I got
Ah, cool.
the pink slip edition.
Ah, yep, yep. I
Um,
don't think this has a slip, but I don't care about that. Yeah,
but it's pretty awesome, and I would love to get that Panic Room because I love that
whatever.
film. We talked about this a
Yeah,
while ago now about getting a 4K, and not long
yeah.
after, bam, there it is.
Yeah, well, would have spoken about it when it was announced. Yeah, and the fact that it's ultra rare, and I was happy to get it even at the price. And it was still DVD Hub prices are, they're reasonable. They're not over the top and just exorbitant like some other labels we know, who we may have discussed already in this show.
We're not dropping any names. It's fine.
So no, so just so a nice quick one. So again, yeah, evidence that we've cut back. Now, come next episode, because Amazon are having a sale, their October
Uh-oh.
sale. So we'll see what
Uh-oh.
happens. And then obviously Black Friday is November.
Uh,
So
oh,
yep, it's going to be a blast. Anyway, we're on to our labels, my man. What have you got on the way? What are you talking about first?
well, we're very, very close for the next VS drop on the first. Obviously,
Mm,
that's a couple days away. So I'll start
mm,
with them anyway. So basically, just after we chatted last time, the drop came out,
mm-hmm.
and but because they were doing it day by day, we didn't have all of this. So basically, they've got Larry Fessenden Volume 2, which has got Wendigo and The Last Winter. Bloodstained Italy has Obscene Desire, The Bloodstained Lawn, and Death Falls Lightly. So yeah, if you're into your Italian horror, that's probably a good one to grab. The Resurrected, which actually has Chris Sarandon in it from Fright Night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've never heard of this, but this is selling really, really quick. There's only a
Us.
thousand slipcover copies left, so it's been pretty popular. I guess a lot of people were keen to see this get a 4K. Obviously, I announced last time Vice Academy, which is their VSA 1 to 6. The Strange Affair, which is a VSL title. Gang Related, which is a cinematography release, obviously with James Belushi and
Oh
Tupac.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, yeah.
that one's that's selling really well too. I don't think that's had much after VHS, maybe a DVD, but this is a Blu-ray, so that's pretty cool. I'm probably not going to say this correctly, but I'll try.
Hmm.
The films of Yasu Sato, Volume 1, which has got Rewind, Lust Maud, and Love Letter in the Sand. Now this is a new thing that they've put out. It's called the Pink Line label.
Oh,
So this they're
wow.
always bringing out new lines. This is one of
Yeah.
them.
Umbrella
So
do that.
that's pretty cool. And the last two are both DeGorza VHS releases: Battle for the Lost Planet and Winter Beast.
The beast.
So, as always, VS always bedazzling us with their underground trash and
Always, yeah.
oddities.
Always announcing movies I've never fucking heard of. Although I have heard of, what was that, Tupac one?
Gang related.
Gang related. I had heard of that one at least. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think I've ever seen it.
I remember that when it was out on VHS, and
Oh
it
yeah,
would be
yeah.
really cool to see us get gridlocked as well
Hmm.
with Tupac and Tim Roth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
I love Tim
because
Roth.
that's around the same time.
Yeah. Wow.
What have you got next, Adam?
We've got Arrow, the traditional Arrow. So they've announced their December titles, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trilogy. It's a 4K box set. Set looks like a pretty good set. Not gonna lie, I have the
It
Stinker.
looks fat,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
fat,
I have the
which is
Umbrella
good.
Stinker Vision one. I'm more than happy with that because seen those. I think I've only ever seen the first one, and I rewatched it again recently. It was one of the first times I went to the cinema, and the first probably 5 times ever. They do have one of the, I think this is a Golden Princess title, City on Fire, Chow Yun Fat
Yep.
film. That'll be something I might grab in a year or two when I see it on sale. I'm not going to hurry to those films, especially as I'm now cutting back unless I happen to win Lotto. It's not going to happen. A basketball movie called Wild Style. I'd never heard of this.
Nah, I
Yeah,
hadn't heard of that either.
it's the truest portrait of the hip hop scene during its early years. So it's not a basketball movie, it's a hip hop movie. That was just their teaser, was a basketball ring. Remains one of the most important music films ever made. Yeah, I'll take their word for it. And then there's the Shore Shock Volume 4 with about
Oh,
700 movies in it. It's is it 3, 6, 8, 10? I think there is 10 movies in this. I know there's 10 discs, but I think there's quite a lot of movies as well. Anyway, if you're into Shore Scope, they released Volume 4. And yeah, have you ever gotten any of their Shore Scope ones?
nah, never.
No, me either. And is Imprint are doing them at the moment too, right?
I don't know. I didn't think they were doing them, but they could be. Maybe they're
There
looking
are
into doing
sure
that
there
next.
are Shore Shock ones that are coming. I think it is Viavision doing them. I'll talk about them later. Sure.
Is that those the weird
Yeah,
horror ones?
the Shore Shock Horror. Yeah, they're the Shaw Brothers
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
reckon. Yeah, that was Imprint for
I
sure.
don't even know if they're the same titles that our over release or if they're completely different. But by the sounds of it, these Shaw Brothers made 17 movies a month, so I don't know.
So Sure Scope and Sure Shock, different films.
But they're still the Shaw Brothers, though, yeah. Like
I
their
guess so.
company, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really know much about them. I just know
Nah,
they seem to
no.
have like 1,000+ films.
They're popular. I know that. Same as the Full Moon. I'd never heard of the Full Moon set before, but now you got now they're starting to pop up on my radar a lot. Over to you for your next one.
Well, next one is quite short, but the content is always good. So we got Second Sight.
Yeah.
They're
Oh
releasing
yeah.
their deluxe boxes and standard editions of Maxine and Pearl, which I reckon they'll both sell incredibly well. Probably Pearl more so than the Maxine one, because that
Pearl is a better.
had a lot of buzz when that came out,
Yeah.
which is weird that they
Have
didn't
you
just
seen
do
them?
X as well.
Have you
So,
seen them?
nah,
Ah,
I haven't seen any of that trilogy at all.
I'm a fan. I think
So,
they're really good. Pearl is the better
yeah, I've
movie of
heard
the
they're
three.
amazing. I just haven't seen any.
Fair enough.
So,
You'll get
as
there.
always, they're not releasing like a truck ton of things, but what they do put out is it's pretty
Yeah.
up there.
The whole thing with X, I think it might be a licensing thing because it is weird, especially when they announce at the same time as A24 announced their 3-pack of the 4K box set. So all three
Yeah,
movies on 4K. So it's obviously a rights issue, or yeah, someone else has the rights and Second Sight can't get it.
I know like there was some weird Euro labels that did
Mm,
X on 4K like ages
yeah,
and ages ago.
yeah, they did.
But yeah, I guess it's starting to get around now.
What were the next ones?
Next,
Second
well, that
Sight.
was it.
Oh,
That
was
was
that
it for
it?
Second Sight. Yeah,
Okay.
they've only got two new
Yeah,
ones.
that's good. They're
Um,
more quality over quantity, aren't they?
oh,
Um,
hand over fist,
and
always.
onto a label who is absolutely all about quantity. They're just throwing these motherfuckers throw fishing rods, 10,000 fishing rods into the ocean, and they're going to catch at least 5 fish. We're talking about Viavision, obviously, who've got the bit of flack from us today. They've been on
Uh,
they've been on the been on we've got them on the ropes, I think, this episode. So I'm not sure if this was announced last episode or not, but they officially announced Jackie Brown is getting its 4K release in Australia and the Kill Bill 1 and 2 pack, which is not the whole bloody affair as we've discussed, but it's an expensive set, 200 fat set, and they will obviously release standards of those. But if you're like me and Shane and probably most other collectors and lovers of these films, you've already got them. You would already have the released them, dude. I'm blanking. Lionsgate. Lionsgate.
yeah,
Yeah. So you probably got the
unless you,
Lionsgate copies.
I mean, unless you want to get it and say, I got a box this big.
Your
I
mama's got
mean,
a box this big.
oh, this so isn't a children's show, and that's what we
Mm.
like about it. So, so
Making
that's
rhyme, made
kind
for
of like,
smutty talk.
if I've already heard a couple people say, well, I've already got the other 4Ks, you know,
Mm.
from
Mm.
overseas, and I'm happy with them. I
Mm.
don't need a $200 box with these.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
good
it's
set. It is a good set.
mm,
Excluding the art cards, is a nice booklet, and there's posters. There's the posters in there, which is what I've been screaming out for a long time. It's like put poster variants in. That's great. To me, that's excellent.
where the fuck are the key rings? I mean, come on. Where's the pussy wagon key ring?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I mean, it's like an integral part of part one.
Yeah, that would be great. It just
It
wouldn't
would
fit inside
be,
the wouldn't wouldn't fit inside the box in the
you know.
fridge.
And I mean, at least have it hand delivered by Buck, who
Hmm.
likes to fuck. Like, I mean, that's $200 right there.
And the fact that they're putting them both out together is also, I wasn't expecting to put them in the same set. I thought they would have
Nah,
done them individually. So, I mean, that's something, even if they're $100 per movie. The next one is something I'm glad I watched before these were announced, because I was looking at buying even the Scream Factory, the Silent Night, Deadly Night. So I'm like, okay, I really want this. It's still quite expensive on Amazon for the Scream Factory one. And I looked it up and I managed to watch it through, you know, I have friends in high places on the internet, so I was able to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I'm so glad I didn't buy this. I mean, people are going to be screaming at me through their headphones right now, but it was fine. It was fine, but it's a bit fucking dumb. It's just a bit dumb. There were things about it that I liked, but yeah, I don't think I'll hurry to buy it. It's certainly not something I want to spend a lot of money on. Certainly not $220. And with a VHS tape, which what am I going to do with a VHS tape, mate? Like, yeah.
I don't know.
Again, they'll release a standard, then they'll release another type of standard, and and
Well,
there's a remake of the movie coming out this year. Silent Night, Deadly Night is
yeah.
remade. It's releasing. I didn't even know. And I'm thinking if any movie, I'm generally dead against remakes, but sometimes horror movies need them. And I reckon I'm actually really keen to see the remake of this. Really keen. I think it'll be. I hope it'll be really good. Have you've seen Silent Night? You would have seen Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Long, long time ago.
Yeah.
I really, like I was
Huh?
saying to you the other day when we were chatting about this, that this set actually, I know it's a lot of money. It is a good
Mm.
one to get
Oh
because
yeah.
the Screen Factory one is region locked, so you can't
Oh,
watch
you
the
said
4K.
you did say that,
It,
didn't you? Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I mean,
That's
straight
bullshit.
out rude for one.
Ah,
So it would be good, but at the same time, there's no way in hell I would ever pay that much
no.
to
For a
watch that
three-star horror
movie
movie from the 80s.
again.
Sorry, mate.
And the second one isn't nearly as good.
No.
And three and four, never seen them.
Mm.
So I don't know. It's really more for the real hardcore fans of the film and just horror in general.
Yeah. It also shows their Shout slash Scream Factory contacts now, because this
Yeah.
is not the first announcement that they've come from the Scream Factory catalog. So expect a lot more of these, and expect to pay a lot more than what we could have gotten for them if someone else had gotten over the line. But whatever. Did we announce these last time? Jade. They're also doing Jade, the Last Seduction. G.I. Jane, which was just like a bolt from the blue. Did we talk about these
Well,
last episode?
these I don't think so because
No.
these were the ones that were staggered over 4 to
Yes,
5 days.
correct. You're right. Yes, yes, yes.
So I don't think we did talk about these, or you didn't talk about them. So
No, yeah, you're right. I don't think we had. But yeah, anyway, those four movies, which I now can't find on their website because it shat itself on me. Here we go. My goodness. I don't think you can.
something
Oh,
about
yeah,
their
you can.
website with people trying to like rate it and like buy things, and
Hmm.
it can't handle it, and it just shuts itself down.
So, okay, so I'm looking at the prices of these, and Jade is $110. The Last Seduction is $150, 4 disc set. Jade is 3 disc set. G.I. Jane is a 2 disc set for $120. And Battle of Britain is also $120. Or you can buy all of them for $450.
Well, Adam, you could have weighed this up. You do have a jack-o'-lantern. You just could have had four of these sets and not a jack-o'-lantern, and you'd still have money
Oh,
to eat this week, you know?
can we talk about this fucking what they did with the jack-o'-lantern? Because it was limited
Oh,
to a
here we go.
thousand copies. Here we go. You know what's coming. It's limited to.
Insert rant here.
Yes, we're overdue a proper rant, but they advertise it for 1,000 copies. If they had put 2,000, I don't reckon I would have gotten it. But the fact that it was 1,000, I went bang, ordered it, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a valuable set. And I commented on one of their on one of their posts where they said it's 2,000 now, and I'm like, oh, well, no, sorry, it was another thing, the Alfred Hitchcock one that I've got ordered because there's only 1,000 of that. And I said these are sold out now. I'm like, good, as long as you don't add another 1,000 to them and completely devalue what I've purchased. And someone wrote, "Are you sure you're buying these for the right reasons?" And I'm like, it made me think, and I'm like, yeah,
Am
I still am. Well, yeah, it made me question it. It made me question it. I'm like, maybe a point, but I'm like, no, I am because I'm a collector. It's what collectors do. It's not just the fact that you're buying these things for the movies. If you buy a
Yeah.
gigantic collector set, you want it to be rare, right? You want it to be, exclusive. But when they add double the print, like, and there's still plenty of them in stock now because they're back on the shelves in JB because they'd even sold out in JB. And on their website, I'm looking at now, it's like, fuck. Like it's really annoying because you think you're picking up a proper exclusive item, and now they've added another 1,000. Just the demand for them is completely dropped, and there's probably not 2,000 people out there that want them that badly now. There's just probably not.
I mean, honestly, I feel that set should have been limited to 250 copies.
They're not going to make money doing that
250.
though. They're also
Well,
make It's also a
well,
business,
not
but
really, but if it's going to be a super duper rare set, make the numbers lower, so the
yeah,
people that really, really want it are going to get it. It's
yeah,
just, I don't know, like, this is totally irrelevant to movies, but, the Slipknot released a 6 LP massive box of their first album. 100
mm,
copies. They sold out before it really even hit the internet.
yeah.
They
100
did
copies, yeah.
not do it anymore. 100
Yep.
copies, that was it. Then
Yeah.
they reissued it in a 2 LP set, which
Hmm.
they did more copies of it. So why are movies different? Why is it like, oh,
Yeah.
we didn't think everyone would jump on this, so we'll just do more and fuck off with the
Oh,
people that put all that hard point down
yeah.
to secure their copy of this thing that they're like, this is gonna fucking be awesome. It's gonna look great in my movie room, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be one of few people that's got it. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on a tick. They've just released another 1,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a kick in the face, I
Mate,
reckon.
if Ferrari did it, because Ferrari will make 500 models of a car, and if they decide to add another 2,000, like the people who buy them would be pissed off. Because it's like
Yeah.
saying
Yep.
you're not necessarily buying a Ferrari just to drive it. Some people buy those Ferraris and leave them in their garage. They collect them and then they sell them in 50 years for $30 million, or their family does. And that's what the collector's mindset is. I'm collecting, this is a collector's set. So yes, I'm collecting it for the right reasons. If I wanted just the movies, I wouldn't buy this fucking set. That's kind of obvious, right? This was a rare, and I like it. I think it's a good. The pumpkin is the pumpkin from the movie. I think it's cool. I think hopefully it's going to look good. It's fucking 7 kilograms. It says on their website.
It's decent.
7 kilos, 13 discs. Yeah, 5 4Ks, 8 Blu-rays. So there's going to be a lot of sets. There's a lot of paperwork comes with it. So I'm still 50-50 on whether I'm happy I got it, but whatever. Buyer's remorse
I mean,
happens a lot, but once it turns up, I'm going to be like, yeah, this is pretty fucking sweet. I hope I am anyway.
it'll be a big box for
It
sure.
will be 7 kilos. It'll want to arrive safe and sound as well. They'll want to pack it in a safe, I reckon, because it is encased in a Perspex box as well. So I mean, that's a pretty cool touch. It's not just the pumpkin sitting out by itself. It's in a nice little cozy safe box as well. I think that's a nice little touch. So $500, it seems a lot for those movies, but they've given it a good treatment, I think. I might be just saying this to convince myself that I'm happy I brought it, but I don't know. I don't think so. They've also announced, sorry, the Intimate Confessions of a Chinese Courtesan, Lust for Love of a Chinese Courtesan, and some of their other imprint Asia titles, which now I'm struggling to find. So you've got the Shawshock ones, and yeah, and those two. And they've also announced the Golden Princess stuff we spoke about in the last episode. So they're getting that as well, sadly, because they're going to be expensive. But what they are also releasing, which I thought was worth a mention, is a TV show called Reno 911. But they're only releasing seasons 1 to 6. They did a 2 season like reunion shows in the 2020 and 2021, I think, something like that. But Reno 911 was like an office slash Parks and Rec style mockumentary, but it followed around police in Reno with a lot of very famous comedic faces in it that you would absolutely recognize. It, yeah, hilarious show. Bill Hader, I think, is in it. Is someone you'd probably recognize. But yeah, that's it from Vision.
Well, it's always an enjoyable chat when you bring up Vision. Always. I mean, I like what they put out, but the direction they go in and what it
Mm.
costs, like, it's not the same as a few years ago when, it was just slips and then it went to
Yeah,
this and then I went to that. And it's like, oh, I'm kind of out of the game now. Like, I
yeah.
can't afford to keep buying from
We
you because it's too much.
we have discussed this privately, and you're being quite polite about it at the moment.
Yeah, well,
You don't have to be anything. We're
we
not.
we kind of we have to keep it sort of civil. We don't want them to like hunt us down and go, I know
Haven't
where you
you
live.
haven't you learnt from me? Have I ever kept it civil? Never.
No, that one of
I'm
us
not.
has to be on a murderous rant. I leave that to you because
Look, they
you're good at it.
they owe me nothing. I owe them nothing. I'm a customer, and I don't
That's
have to
true.
pander to them because they don't send me free shit. Which I'm kind of happy about, to be honest, because I don't want to be a patsy for stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up.
They've got their customers who would buy their stuff as soon as it hits
Oh
the
yeah,
site.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
you know, they don't need little fishies like us.
There's about around 200 or 300 of those people in the country, apparently, because I know someone who knows people. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's about 200 or 300 that will just buy literally everything, whatever it comes out, they just buy it, which means they must be extraordinarily wealthy, not only just to buy it, but to have the place to store it in.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
it's not just about buying it; you need to have space to store it in, and space doesn't come cheaply either. Real estate's not cheap in Australia, so yeah.
Well, it is a when you're that deep into a movie addiction, like
Mm.
you've got to keep going with it. So
We could start another show.
a
We could start calling the show "Kicking the Habit" because we're slowly.
kicking kicking the habit.
Yeah, there's got to be a finiteness to it, right? There's got to be an end point where you stop bringing in so many titles when it's just a few a month or something at most. Because I'm trying to get to that point where I'm getting no more than 10 a month because, where am I going to put it? Where am I going to watch it? Like, it's getting, yeah, I might even start looking at paring down a lot of my stuff, actually.
Kind of what it comes down to, doesn't it? Like the
Mm,
space. Where am I going to put the next lot of shelves? Where am I going to find
yeah,
the room? And it just grows. It goes from this room, and it'll be in that room. Then you need
yeah,
a bigger room, and
yep. Then if you
yeah, I
move
mean,
house, you've then got to get a house that can fit it all in as well. Like it's.
that's it. Like at the moment, my whole collection is sitting in a container that hasn't even hit Adelaide yet.
Yeah, yeah. Is it on its
And
way?
yeah, on the 1st of October, it's meant to get here,
Oh, okay.
but I don't have a place for that to go to unload it. So it's just going to sit at the depot
Ah,
until such time or plan to actually get it and put it somewhere. So,
right.
it's that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? I've
Mm,
got all the really, really important shit that I brought with me. I'm in the car, and that's sitting around me, staring at me from the wardrobe and over there, and blah blah blah.
yep.
But all the rest of it's all boxed up and in the container. So my physical media collection has become somewhat of a burden because I
Yeah,
don't know where to
yeah,
put it once it gets here.
yeah. Wow. So it's just
But
going to be a
that's
shipping container in a depot. Are you
which
able
is
to
going to
visit
have
it?
rent paid on it. I think I can go
Ah,
there and get stuff out of it at some point,
yep.
but I don't have anywhere to put all these boxes. Like
Oh,
there's a lot.
shipping container, yeah.
I mean, it's not full of movies. Like there's
Mm,
other stuff in it, but
yeah,
there are a lot of boxes for the movies because there were a lot of movies.
yeah.
So, this is our dilemma when we have to move them. And I pray for you, Adam. I pray that you never have to move them.
Oh, I will because I rent, so and I will, and my kids will move out at some point, and I just get myself a little two-bedroom or something. But I will absolutely have to move them at one point. Yeah.
Maybe just make a house out of the movies and you live in it.
Shelving house. Yeah. You could
That could
probably
be my plan of attack.
buy a house, build a house out of IKEA Billy shelves.
I'm thinking big on this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's your next label? We should move along.
I'm gonna do two because they're
Yeah,
really small.
yeah, do it.
So we got Severin. They've put out Sage Erotica, the Emmanuel collection,
Ah, yes, I did see
which is
that.
like an 11 disc box. I think it's got like four Ks, two soundtracks, and the rest is all Blu-ray stuff. So yeah, a lot of smutty stuff there. Turbine have got the movie Drive. I think it's the one with Mark Dacascos in it.
I don't know that
But this
one.
is a director's cut Blu-ray. So
Okay.
I know this has had a 4K. A couple, I think 88 did a 4K of it, and another label. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Releasing that on a Blu-ray just for the director's cut. But yeah, not much for
Yeah.
Severin. I'm sure they have something coming, like probably after this drops, because we already talked about everything else that they had coming out last time. But yeah,
Hmm.
that is all for that. What have you got next, Adam?
I actually accidentally scrolled too far, so I'll talk about Criterion now, which was normally come second in the list. They've announced, and this is a weird connection, but anyway, David Byrne's American Utopia. Now, a while back, Talking Heads, right, released a Blu-ray or a movie called Stop Making Sense. I don't know
Yep.
what that is. I don't know anything. I don't know whether it's a concert film. I don't know whether it's a film. I've got no idea what it actually is. And I kept hearing a Talking Heads song on a movie. Like I kept, whatever movies I was watching, I kept hearing Talking Heads for some reason. So I started listening to some Talking Heads and I'm like, what is the big deal about Talking Heads? Like I know it's, all of a sudden they've got this, everyone's giving their flowers all of a sudden. Like there were this massive thing in the 80s. And I'd remembered the Talking Heads, but I didn't think they were that big. And then I listened to Talking Heads Essentials on Apple Music while I was doing some gardening on the weekend. I'm like, they got a fucking ton of songs that are like were massive. I didn't realize they were that big. Like a lot of their tunes are just very recognizable. You're a music person. Do you know much about Talking Heads?
Well, it's funny you should mention Talking Heads. It's not a band that I've ever been heavily into, but it just made me remember when I was younger, my nana used to get the TV Week all the time,
Yeah, yeah,
and these TV Weeks had posters in them.
yes, they
Talking
did.
Heads was one of those
Mm-hmm.
posters, and
Yep.
I took it and I had it on my wall for ages.
Mm.
I don't know why. I was just like, Talking Heads and put that on the wall.
Yeah.
So, I think they were pretty massive back in the 80s. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah. Well,
they just were.
they've got a hell of a catalog. And musically, this is the first time as I'm listening. Well, yeah. Anyway, musically, it's really great. It's really impressive stuff to listen to. I'm really surprised by. I mean, the tunes are really recognizable, and you hear the bass, not as in the bass of the whatever, but just the bass notes and the overarching feel. But when you listen to what's going on, like if you listen to an Atmos track or whatnot, and you hear a lot more detail, really musically clever, like really good stuff, and lyrically as well. I was really impressed, and I'll listen to more of them. But anyway, Criterion, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, also coming. Fucking hell, I'm ranting tonight. I know where I'm going, which is a Powell and Pressburger film. Did I talk about my Powell and Pressburger box set last episode? Because that arrived, speaking of Via Vision.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I got that. That arrived.
Maybe you did. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
maybe I did. Salam Bombay, I don't know anything about that. Return to Reason, which is 4 films by Man Ray, and one that am going to recommend, oddly enough, it's an old film called His Girl Friday, Howard Hawks film with Cary Grant from the early 40s. This film was actually kind of credited with being the very first film where the actors talked over each other.
Yep.
It's a really fast talking film. It's a very, very funny. It's basically about a newspaper covering a guy who's about to be executed, but he escapes and actually escapes into their newspaper room where they're overlooking the prison. And yeah, it's they're kind of harboring him so they can get the scoop on the story. It's just a really great movie. Highly recommend. So that's actually getting a 4K release, which is pretty exciting. I do have the Blu-ray criterion of that, and I love it. It's an amazing film. Over to you.
Back to me, he says. Well, next we've got Cape Light, and Cape Light are doing the Toxic Avenger 25
Mm.
edition in a
Hmm.
media book and a still. I know you've got some more exciting news to talk about such things coming up. Another one, they've got Omniscient. It's a
Mm.
fantastic word. I've just used that in a sentence. Omniscient Reader, The Prophecy, limited edition and a Blu-ray.
That the Christopher
And
Walken films?
no, this is it's something different. This
Oh,
is
okay, right.
that's actually the title. I'll say it again. Omniscient Reader, The Prophecy.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was a different movie, The Prophecy. It was like, oh, I think we moved on to a new title. Okay, gotcha.
No, that was the whole title.
Gotcha, wow.
And an old film called Vera Cruz,
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Vera Cruz.
which I knew you would have heard of it because
Hello, Vera.
you're into the old films on a Blu-ray. And I know
Hmm.
I'll bring this up because it was funny then, and it's still funny now. When you'd say to me, "Oh, Shane, have you like seen blah blah blah?" and I'm like, "No, Adam, that's old. I haven't seen it.
It's before the 80s. Yeah, I haven't seen
It doesn't creep into my 70s trash."
it.
So no, Adam, I have not seen it. So yeah, that's all that Kate White's got out at the minute. They've always got something interesting, like every time I have a
Hmm.
look. So yes, where are
Hmm.
we going now, Adam?
We're going to Kino Lorberville. I've got a whole list of those. So they're doing the Death Wish Blu-ray collection, 5 films of all the Death Wish films. They're also
Oh,
doing, yeah, they're also
I must
doing,
have missed that because I haven't seen anyone post about that.
probably because it's only Blu-ray, you don't see many Blu-ray releases get announced anymore. It's always just 4Ks, right?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's 4K this and 4K that.
Yeah, yeah, it's where the money is. But you don't see, oh, this new film's coming on Blu-ray because people go, oh, only Blu-ray. Anyway, Death Wish. They're also doing the Abbott and Costello meet like the Universal Monster series on four. They're getting 4Ks. I've actually just been going through last year by Vision, right? They released the Blu-ray set of
Yep.
those 5 films of Abbott and Costello. I have that. And I've been watching them this week. They're fucking great. They're just fun. They're just dumb fun. I'm having a good time with them. But anyway, they're getting the 4Ks from. Also, by the way, the Blu-rays are really good. They're actually quite impressive. I would never upgrade them to 4K because they're not films I'm going to watch that often. But yeah, anyway, well worth it if you haven't got them because they're really fun. Frightmare, a Kino Cult number 40. I'm not sure what Frightmare is. I'm sorry, people. They're also doing
It
Enter
is
the. Sorry.
it is a classic. It's a classic horror.
Yeah.
A couple different
Okay.
labels have put that out. I've never actually seen it,
I gotta look it
but
up.
I know it is very, very popular.
We're looking it up. While they're doing that, they're also doing the Ninja movie thing. They're doing Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, and Ninja 3 as separate
Yep,
4Ks, but they're also doing a box set of those.
yep.
They're doing Paul from 2011. You know Paul, right?
Paul. Oh, Paul,
The
Alien
Alien with
Paul
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Yeah,
in 4K.
4K on November
Yeah, right.
18th. Yeah,
I haven't seen anyone post about that either. I mean,
I can't reveal
I
my
do
sources,
like
but
that movie.
oh,
That
Paul's
is a
awesome.
great
Yeah,
movie.
I've seen it a few times. It's really underrated. It's actually really underrated. It's quite fun. Seth Rogen's a great voice for the Alien too, to be honest. Now they're also doing a French noir collection. I'm not going to go through and talk about those. The Barbarians from 1987, which is a re-release, and the Alec Guinness Masterpiece Collection, whatever Masterpiece is. It actually contains two movies that we're getting on 4K in Australia, which is The Lady Killers and The Lavender Hill Mob. We're getting Kind Hearts and Coronets, sorry, and The Lady Killers
Yep.
4K is coming in November. Yeah, and that is all I'll talk about for Keynote.
Oh, it's interesting that they're doing the Death Wish collection Blu-ray because they're also doing Death Wish 3 on 4K, and they did Death Wish 1 on 4K, and VS did Death Wish 2 on 4K. So it just seems weird that if they've got 1 and 3 on 4K, why don't they just cut to the chase, hold it back, and just do the whole set if they could? I
Hmm.
mean, that just seems a little bit weird to me, but even the Into the Ninja trilogy, like two of them they've already done, but
Yep.
on Blu-ray. This was only like a year or so ago, and now we're here, and now they're doing 4K of the whole trilogy. So it's a bit strange because usually if they do a Blu-ray of something, they're not
Hmm.
quick to just bring out a 4K of it. It's either one or the other.
Yeah, right.
So normally, if that was to happen, another label would pick it up and put the 4K out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just found that a little bit interesting for them anyway.
Yeah, don't disagree, man. That's is interesting. Hmm.
Well, next, I hope you're ready for some more weirdness, Adam, because I like to bring the weirdness because you gave me
Do
on
it.
weird labels.
Seems to seem to see.
It's very fitting. I am pretty
I did
weird.
try and steal second sight from you in our first episode because I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm doing second sight, but we are both prepared for it.
I know that was awkward, but it was hilarious.
Just before you do,
Um,
sorry, one thing I forgot with Arrow, they're doing the House with Laughing Windows, which didn't Vinegar Syndrome do the House with Laughing Windows? You
I've
have
heard
that,
of it.
right? You have
But
that, don't you?
no, that's Asian cinema, right? I'm sure it is. It's got that
Might be.
weird
Someone
font,
released it then. Maybe Eureka or someone then. 88. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure someone else has released it. Anyway, sorry, I just had
possibly.
forgot.
I mean, they do a lot of that. I mean, Umbrella, they also have done a few of those
Yes,
sorts of films as well.
yes,
So
yep.
good chance they're probably going to get on their own bandwagon and do it too. Yeah, we've got Radiance, we've got Dirty Art House Volume 5. I don't remember talking about 1 to 4, so I'm sure it would be weird all the same. Splendid Outing, Le Notte Beyoncé, I
Hmm.
think that's French. Une Femme Douche.
It's
Yeah,
chowder.
yeah,
Sorry.
I'm out. That's all they've got. There was some interesting French titles in there.
That's that's Radiance.
As
Did
always,
have
Radiance is bringing that underground weird that only they
Yeah,
can do.
you do. You look, we're serving the community. There's a lot of underground shit that gets around, and I don't know, you seem to have a nose for it. So
You're only going to hear about it on this show, people. If you're not
yes,
listening to this, you're not going to hear about the
you
underground, and we bring it.
you won't know
Oh,
about
we
any of
bring it.
these random ass titles from movies that 8 people on the planet have seen before, and that's probably all the producer's family.
This is
Uh,
why we're here, Adam, to deliver
yeah.
this. What have you got, mate? Something normal? Normal? Yeah?
Relatively, we've got Umbrella, so let's talk about Umbrella.
Ah,
So
easy.
they have announced they're working on Memento 4K, which I find really interesting. I don't think I'd upgrade it. I've got a nice little Blu-ray of that. Anyway, Umbrella fucking dropped some killers for January. Absolute killers. We talked about their December stuff last episode, but there's two big ones in here that I absolutely want to get, but I have to wait because I'm behaving myself. So the Infernal Affairs trilogy is coming to 4K. I think I spoke about that last episode, how that hadn't been announced, even though it was supposed to this month or this year. That's $160 for that box. I think that's kind of reasonable. Again, Asian cinema, which The Departed is made of, was based on the first Infernal Affairs. For anyone that isn't aware of that. Next off, they announced the Toxic Avenger collection, which the Tox box. And I only watched the
Fuck
Toxic
yeah.
Avenger. Yeah, I only watched the first one of that for the first time like this month, earlier this month, and I had a blast. I thought it was fucking great. It was just awesome for the silliest reasons. So I'm really keen on this. And this is all 5 movies. in 4K, including the new one, the 2025 remake. And that's only $160. So I want to jump on that real hard, but I'm just waiting for my
You
existing
can't beat
PayPals. It's amazing,
just
right? No, I'll
like
definitely pre-ordering that.
the overseas box of that was more, and you didn't get the new
Really?
one.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was like
Yeah,
$200. It was at least 160, at least.
yeah,
And that only had the first few films in it. So for them to get all of them and they're all 4K is
yep.
pretty fucking wild.
I think it's pretty impressive, actually. It comes with posters, art cards, 48-page book, new essays, and whatnot as well.
And a
So
box.
out of box, in a box, and
Why didn't they bring it out? Like, okay, let's say Imprint got their hands on it. What would they do with it? They'd bring it out in a massive chemical fucking drum.
yeah, and a mop.
Yeah,
You'd have a mop leaning up against
with
it.
a mop.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Vision would do it. Same company, like they're all owned by Madman, all those three Madman. So yeah, I don't know how they split those things up. They must work independently of each other though, those companies, even though they're not. It's a fascinating little structure they have, and I like it because I do think Umbrella are really lifting their game, man. They're really lifting their game, and they're keeping
Oh,
it
for sure.
they're keeping it reasonable with their prices. Where Vision, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have worse movies at twice the price. It's bizarre what they're doing. Anyway, Vision's fucking copping it tonight. Let's copping it more than Cauliflower's copped it about 6 months ago. If you've been listening to the show for that long, hopefully you laughed at that because that was a saga, the Cauliflower saga.
Cauliflower.
Shane,
Oh my
you
God.
can't hear Shane laughing because he laughs silently, like it's unbelievable. But he's dying over it.
It's a
Uh,
talent.
but yeah, that's an impressive set. I'm definitely getting those two. Next up is Kiwi Cult Volume 2. They released that pretty quickly. So if you're into those, yeah, that's a pretty good looking box set. Orange theme. This one it's includes the Scarecrow from 82, Jack B. Nimble from 93, and Crooked Earth from 2001. I don't know any of these movies, so but if you do, excellent, because I kind of like that they're doing that and getting Kiwi New Zealand films out there. Didn't really know New Zealand's made that many films, but it's only three, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. So if you hear me laughing, it means Shane's laughing. He just, I don't know, he's got the, I don't know what he's doing. I've got another one called Wasabi. I don't know what that is, but it's the Yakuza in Wasabi featuring Leon, the professional Jean Reno, and writer Luc Besson in an
Yeah.
explosive reunion. That interests me in itself with Jean Reno. I really like Jean Reno. I think he's really good. He's kind of he's one of those really good character actors. I loved him. First time I ever saw him, I actually, that's a lie. Leon, the professional, was the first time I saw him. But then he follows up in Ronin, I don't know if you would know Ronin, the De Niro movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great in that as well. He's just so understated and just, I don't know. I really like Jean Reno. So that's the reason this one has me interested. Do you know anything about that?
I've I've never seen it, but
Mm,
I've heard
no.
it's quite good.
Okay.
I know Brendan, aka Dupree, went to the movies.
Yeah.
He messages me all the time when stuff's coming out, and he's like, "Oh, I wonder if this will be Wasabi." And I just looked at the poster and just went, "Nah, come on, bro. It's probably like Leon. They haven't brought that out in 4K yet." And he was right. It was
Yeah.
Wasabi, so he's very excited.
Yeah.
He's
Cool.
probably ordered
Well,
it
that's good.
already.
That's probably enough for me to go. Well, I'm not going to pre-order it because I'm going to get the other two, but that'll be enough money. But one day I'll see it on the shelf in JB for two for $40 or something. I mean, might pick it up in a 2-for-1 sale. Something, who knows? Next up, we have a film that we both have, the 101 release of The Tourist Trap,
Yeah,
which is a Blu-ray
absolute.
release.
Yeah, I'm blown away that that seems to be getting around like it is, like
Mm.
it's a town bike or something.
Yeah. A
Just
lot of films
just
do that, man.
hopping,
Films are
hopping
doing
around.
that. Yeah. And when you're following these businesses and what they're announcing, you see like just the incestuousness of it, like and it's not just one label and another. It's like it's kind of spread around. Like you see, and again,
Yeah,
it's obviously rights issues because rights, Europe have rights, North America have rights, Australasia have rights, and blah blah blah. So that's why you see it, and it's just a matter of, I don't know, Umbrella doing really well with the context they've made in the industry to get these licenses and whatnot to make these films. Tourist Trap, fully recommend. I watched it recently and I really liked it. It's one of those horror-y films that just there's just a vibe from that era. It's really great. It's just really fun. I'm not sure if you checked it out yet. Have you or no?
No, I haven't, but since you've just talked it up to no end, I think I need to watch it next.
I don't know about no end. I am going to look while we're here, and I don't want to make this elongate this too much, but I'm going to find what I wrote about it because I forgot already, but I remember that I really liked it. And we are Tourist Trap. We're watching the 8th of this month, 3.5 stars. Yeah, a B horror film where you can see the wires. They're always tonally delicious. Adore this one because it does B horror with an emphasis on the B. And that's all I wrote about it, but I really, really liked it. Next up from Umbrella, they have a movie that I hadn't heard of called Cashback,
No,
directed by Sean
I hadn't
Ellis
heard
from
of that either.
Anthropoid. No, stars Sean Biggerstaff. He was in Harry Potter, and Amelia Fox from The Pianist. Pianist is a great movie. But yeah, I don't know much about that, so I'm not going to dwell on it for too long. But Umbrella have got some bangers on the way. Rest assured. Over to you, my
I
man.
I
Sorry.
definitely want to get that Tox box. Like,
Yeah,
I know I'm
absolutely.
cutting back and stuff, and I can't afford it
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
now, but
Yeah.
that's kind of a must because
Mm,
to get the new one as well,
yeah.
that's a winner for that price.
Yeah.
And honestly, that new one on its own is going to be like fucking $40, $50 anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely will be.
I mean, it does come in, oh, what is it, 3 cases, 4 cases, because 1 and 2's on one lot, then 2 and 3's on another
Uh,
lot, and then you've got the other one, the new one.
yeah, yeah.
Or is
So there
there
are
a
two. Yeah, there are two cases, and there's actually two, four, five. There's 10
yeah,
disc set. So it's a rigid outer box, a slipcase, 8 art cards, Toxic Avenger book, and 3 A3 reversible posters. I
which
mean,
is pretty cool.
that's pretty sick. Yeah, it's posters, man.
Posters.
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 How
What
about
about the
a mop
mop
key
on
ring?
it?
Yeah.
Keyring.
Yes.
Come
Same.
on.
Great minds think alike.
I mean, if they really wanted to blow that box out of the water, they
Mm.
would have released the animated series with it because that would
Yeah.
have just topped it off to no end. The Super Deluxe Edition, $300 with the animated series and a mop gearing. Come on,
It's a
get
no-brainer.
behind it, people.
It's a no-brainer. What's up for you
Anyway,
next?
well, Adam, next on my list is some more weirdness because I know you like a bit of weird in your life.
You know it.
Eureka, bringing the weird this month. It's not like last month where it was kind of like, yeah, I may have heard of most of those titles. These are a
Mm.
bit out there. We've got Shogun Samurai. We've got Mabu's Lives,
Ah, yeah, man. Yep.
Rio Lobo,
Oh, yeah,
uh,
John Wayne movie.
Le Not. I think that's another French film. Phantomus Returns, the trilogy, which has Phantomus Unleashed, and then Phantomus versus Scotland Yard.
Jesus. Okay.
Phantomus is just, he's taken on everyone. I've never heard of any of those.
Phantomus does Dallas.
Imagine that. Oh, God.
Who the fuck is
The
Phantomus, though? What is that?
Phantomus Returns to Dallas sequel. Or he's just like the actual picture on the box is just like one of those like wrestlers, like some Nacho Libre
Oh, I've
wrestler
seen that.
with that
Sorry.
sort
Oh,
of mask,
yep. Now you
and
say
it's
that, I have
black.
seen that. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Versus Scotland
um,
Yard. Wow. I want to see a Mexican wrestler fight Scotland Yard. That's amazing. The premise sounds
probably
great.
would. I mean, it would be interesting, but it'd
It
probably be
would.
an expensive box set too. Another one you may have heard of, Apache. That's an old one. I think that has Burt Lancaster in it.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
Yep. Yep. Burt
And
Lancaster.
another box, Triple Threat, the Sammo Hung box, which
Yep.
has the Manchu boxer, Paper Marriage, and Shanghai.
That's so
So
nice. They
yeah,
named it twice.
yes. So Eureka bringing it
Yes.
hard this month with some Phantomus.
Over to me.
Over to
This will
you.
be a short one. I have nothing for BFI because they are rare with their releases. Mad Men only have. I've noted down some others do have them, which is they're releasing a DVD set of that old TV show. You remember Frank Spencer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's getting a release. There's a lot of BBC
Wow.
titles coming to Mad Men, which is great because a lot of the British comedy is fucking awesome. I've picked up a lot of those recently with the Inside Number Nine and Psychoville, and the other one they did, League of Gentlemen's, getting a Blu-ray release. And the next one from Mad Men is Splitsville, which is the new film with Dakota Johnson. It's a rom-com.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out one day soon once I'm over the when I need a break for some horror films. Other than that, I've got a bit to talk about what's coming to Australia and whatnot. How many labels have you got left?
Two,
Yep,
three. We've got three left.
rip out a couple. Rip out a couple.
So, Shout Factory,
Yes.
Scream Factory, Scream Factory, and Shout. They got hard boiled. That's a
Mm.
lovely little
Mm.
box, that one. I am
Yep.
actually keen for that.
Yeah.
They've
One
got
day.
The Howling in a steelbook because,
Yes.
they
Geez, they're powering out the bloody steelbooks lately.
it's a very interesting artwork on that one.
Yeah. I
It's
love the
weird.
Howling. Joe
I
Dante,
mean,
man.
The Howling's great, but
Mm.
the artwork on that of the wolf's face and then like a happy face in one eye and then in the other eye there's something else. It's a little bit weird. They got like a Renfield
Oh,
Steel,
yes. Happy
a
face.
Snowden. I don't know if you've seen Snowden before.
I have seen Snowden. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt because I'm a big Third Rock from the Sun fan, so I'll follow him along.
It's a good movie. I don't know if I'd
Yes.
upgrade that though.
Nah. Oh, I don't have it at all, I don't think.
Yeah. Spotlight. I haven't seen that.
Is that
It's
the
got a
Mark Ruffalo film?
yeah, yeah.
Which, yeah, Spotlight's fucking amazing. That deserved
I
its Best Picture Oscar.
I was sure that you would have seen it.
Yeah, Spotlight's
Um,
very, very good.
A Better Tomorrow. So it's another one of those. I think that's a John Woo title. I think.
Yep.
The Beastmaster, and also more anime. Devilman Crybaby, the complete series.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've heard of
yeah,
that.
so that looks like it's in quite a big box.
They're also doing a Hush Steelbook too, the movie that came out this time last year for the first time on 4K, the Mike Flanagan film. It's getting a Steelbook this time around.
I did mention that on our
Oh,
last episode.
oh, did you? Okay, my
I
bad.
did. It looks, I don't know, it looked okay. Like the actual steel. I mean, the
Oh, the
movie's
Steelbook,
great.
yeah, the Steelbook is yeah, the mask inside an ear because she's deaf. It's if you know the film, it's not a bad Steelbook, but it's very plain.
Yeah. Retro Gold 63 releasing a whole heap of Piranha Media books,
Oh,
uh, which
as in
is
the Joe
pretty
Dante
cool.
film, Piranha.
I think so. From the 90s, I think.
Yeah, Piranha from the 80s.
Because
Oh, it
there's a
might be
couple
different Piranha.
different,
Yeah,
there's a whole heap of different Piranha films that have come out
yeah,
over the years.
yeah.
But definitely worth looking at on their website because they don't mind showing a bit of nudity on their
All right.
covers. There's just boobs everywhere on these, and they're not covered up either.
Yes, I've noticed that. Yeah, I've
So
noticed that in
very cool. So there's a whole heap of
some
different
movies.
covers for Piranha, and there's also another movie called The Nest Breeding Ground.
Ah, yes.
Also, very risque covers, and there's a whole heap of those as well. And the only other label I've got left is 88. So,
Yeah, rip through them if you like, because the next pieces are kind of conversation pieces with what's coming as
so
well.
88 films. Pretty cool to actually see that they've got some new titles coming out. Her and She and Him. Absolution, which is one of those slasher classics collection titles. Evil Laugh, which I'm pretty sure VS has done before. They Made Me a Fugitive, which is an older film. Time Without Pity, also an older film. 11 Days, 11 Nights 2, which is some more
Hmm.
fantastic smut because we all like that. A movie called Rosa. Uncle
Rosa.
Sam, which is also another slasher classics collection. Heart of Dragon. Now, I may have mentioned this before, but this was a bit of an update that it's still coming out, probably late October, November. More Jackie Chan 4K goodness. Don't Open Till Christmas.
Ah,
Another
yes.
one of those slasher collection
I did
titles.
I did see that one.
Over Your Dead Body. Saga of the Phoenix, and this one's a film that's not had much in the physical media world from the sound of it. No Orchids for Miss Blandish, and they're putting it out,
Mm.
and it's a big deal.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
No, no, I'm staying silent. I don't know anything about it. Over to moi.
That is it.
All right. So we'll talk about some random catalog releases. We did touch on them before. You touched on, I don't know why I wrote this down because you do the label, but A24 are doing the X trilogy on 4K. I know Outrun has that for 210 at the moment. I have the Blu-rays of all of them. I'm pretty happy with the Blu-rays. I don't want to upgrade them as much as I want to. There Will Be Blood is getting a 4K. That was announced. I don't know what label that was attributed to yet because it was one of those announcements that doesn't have the label. Are you aware of that?
I heard it was coming out, but at the
Mm,
time I didn't actually see what label or if there was a label attached to it.
mm.
That
I
was
would
ages ago.
consider. I watched this movie again recently. I've seen it a few times, and it's just an all-timer. It's such a fucking great movie, and I'd be really interested to see what the 4K is like because there's some stuff in this that would just look amazing. Have you seen There Will Be Blood?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty hard viewing.
yeah, it's fucking
Daniel
amazing.
Day-Lewis is
Yeah,
just a tour de force of
yeah,
pain. Just his
yeah.
character is just horrible.
He is a absolute greedy cunt,
Yep,
power hungry. He's just,
pretty much.
not a nice human at all.
Powerhouse motherfucker wants
Yeah,
everything and he does not give a fuck
no.
about his own kids, his
Well,
family,
well,
none of it.
that kid wasn't even his. He steals that kid because the guy died, and basically, if he knew that kid wasn't, the kid was good leverage for his business and where he wanted to go. That's the only reason he kept him. Wasn't
Mm,
because out of the kindness of his heart. It was purely money motivated. Anyway,
yep.
amazing movie. Watch There Will Be Blood again. Even if you have, watch it as much as you can. I did announce on my page Warriors and Barbarella collector sets are coming on around December 3 here in Australia. But they are pretty impressive sets. You can check out the KerbSide
Mm,
Collection Instagram page to see what is included in those. Yeah, pretty cool that we're getting those things from Paramount here in Australia. My apologies if it's Paramount or Universal. I can't remember. It's either of those, one of those two. But it's awesome that we're getting those because that was never a thing. Like they were always overseas releases you had to import, but now that we're getting them, I
yep.
think it's pretty damn cool. I don't know what the price point will be. I'm going to assume around the $70 mark. But that's just guessing. And also still waiting. So that's kind of some of the reason I've cut back is I'm waiting for Dogma to be announced where I can actually buy it and order it.
Yep.
Because it's supposed to be coming in December, so it might get announced really like in the next few weeks or not. I don't know. But I want to be ready to buy. Honestly, the most expensive way they're selling it because I just want it all. Yeah, I'm a Dogma fan. I always was. Before I get into what's coming to Australia, just a couple of predictions. I've started predictions and trying to take note of these when I'm browsing Amazon. But the Clint Eastwood film Firefox, I would be
Oh
pretty
yeah.
confident is going to get a 4K. It just one of those random titles that comes on sale, and I see it quite a bit. Yeah, Firefox, and the next one is I did post about this on my on the Instagram page. Gangs of New York has all of a sudden because that's been out of print in quotes for a little bit. I don't even own Gangs of New York on physical at all. And
Umbrella would have that.
once upon a time,
I got the Umbrella version a few
right?
years ago. I haven't
Okay,
watched it, but I've heard the transfer it's not
yeah,
very good.
yeah,
So
okay.
that
But
would look sick in 4K though. That's fucking
yeah,
wild movie.
being that Umbrella had the Blu-ray rights, I'd be really interested to see who would have the 4K rights in Australia. That would be a really interesting discovery when that happens. But I think it'd be silly if they're not working on a King to New York 4K. I mean, that's as best I can put it. Why wouldn't you be? Because it would sell like the clappers. People love it. It's not one of my. It's actually far from my favorite Scorsese film. I think it's kind of a mid to low tier Scorsese, but I would still get the 4K because it's well worth watching more often than not. Also getting 28 days later we'll be getting a steelbook release in Australia in early December as well. I think I might have mentioned these before, but I might as well remind people. Ten Commandments, Casino still coming. No official announcement yet, but it's coming. Catch Me If You Can, It's a Wonderful Life, and White Christmas will be coming in December. No dates yet for Caught Stealing, which I'm keen to see because I do like Darren Aronofsky and obviously Austin Butler and the rest of that cast. Honey Don't, which I got to watch, the Ethan Coen film with Margaret Qualley. I didn't mind it. She's like a private detective. It was kind of fun. It's not the greatest movie you'll ever see. It's not like a typical Coen brothers film, but Honey Don't I liked it enough I will definitely be getting that. And Eddington, the Ari Aster film, which I liked more than a lot of people too. Eddington is quite genius, and I think on multiple watches, it's gonna turn into one of those classics. I think Eddington is quite good, and it really speaks about the COVID time, what was happening in COVID, really really well. And what else have I got here? I think I've mentioned these before. Jacob's Ladder, as I did say, is now on the websites. You can pre-order that on Easy DVD. I did mention The Lady Killers and Kind Hearts and Coronets coming in November as well. Jarhead, 2005 Pride of Prejudice. And again, I'll just mention we should be getting an announcement about No Country for Old Men at some point too, getting a 4K release next year in Australia. I've still got some more to talk about for November, but is there any thoughts or comments on that at the moment? You're looking tired, so I'll hurry through it.
I looked at
Huh.
the JB website earlier, and
Yep.
there was a title in particular, and I can't think of what it was, but it was only 26.98, and I was like, wow, that's super cheap for that. I can't
Is
remember
that
what it was.
is that coming soon or
Yeah, it's a pre-order
give me a sec? I'm actually on the site now because I've seen it too and I can't remember.
because I know Lethal Weapon's up there now, and that's like 26.98, which is an absolute steal.
Yeah, they'll release a pack of those. Again, it's going to do what they did with Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I can't see anything on here for that price, JB.
And I haven't got my phone
Oh,
with
The
me.
Conjuring? Is it The Conjuring? That's the only
That's
one.
it.
Yep.
The Conjuring,
Yep.
26.98. What an absolute bargain.
It's 24.98 on there now, what I'm looking at.
Even
It's even
better.
cheaper. Yeah, even better. Crazy.
That's
They might be
crazy.
match.
I
I
didn't even
reckon they
know
might be
why.
matching. I reckon they're matching Easy DVD's prices. I reckon that's what they're doing because Easy DVD have it for 24.97. They were always $2 cheaper. I think that's what JB are doing for pre-orders. Interesting that. Which means I wonder if they have Superman for 36 then. No, 39. Anyway, okay. Just a little experiment there. We are getting the two Spinal Tap movies as well. Different labels though. The original Spinal Tap is a Roadshow / Warner title, and Spinal Tap 2, which is coming, let me double check that. I think it's a Paramount title. I think it is Paramount. Anyway, two different companies, obviously rights, but you keen on Spinal Tap's fucking classic? I own a Blu-ray of that. I would probably upgrade it because I think it would be much, much better. Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you have thoughts on Spinal Tap? You've surely seen Spinal Tap, yeah?
Long, long, long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great movie. Very funny. Anyway, okay, I'll whip through the rest, mate, and we'll wrap it up. So the Naked Guns are coming. I'm not going to talk about the
Yeah.
Smurfs. Brightheart, that's got no mention. Megan 2.0 is coming 5th of November. The
Yep.
Naked Gun, the new Leslie Nielsen one, which is really great. Again, coming 12th of November on all formats. Then there's the Naked Gun 4 movie pack that's coming to DVD and Blu-ray. So all 4 Naked Gun movies. We can't get the other 3 in. Well, actually, the Naked Gun is getting when they released the Zaz pack, which was Top Secret, Naked Gun, and Airplane. They're all getting individual 4K releases. But Naked Gun 2.5 and 33 and a third, there's only Blu-ray rights, so that's coming in the 4 pack. I hope that
Yep.
makes sense. The Life of Chuck, which I have seen and love, The Life of Chuck, one of the best movies of the year for me. Definitely top 5 at the moment. That's the Mike Flanagan, Stephen King film. It's not a horror. It's just a really lovely, life-affirming film. And we're getting The Home on DVD and Blu-ray, which looks pretty good. I kind of had seen this is from the creator of The Purge. And it stars Pete Davidson, who
Yeah.
I'm one of the 12 people on the planet who actually likes Pete Davidson. I think he's pretty damn funny.
I also like him. I reckon he's great.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. I'm happy with that. Thank you for validating. Yeah, I think he's funny as shit. He's dopey, and yeah, his stand up is actually quite good as well. I like his stand up. I'm coming to TV. The Jackal, which is the Apple TV Plus show, is only getting a DVD release for some reason. I don't know why. Not coming to even Blu-ray here, which sucks a bit. If you're into Law and Order TV, that's season 26. It's 26 of that, Chicago PD. Here's a direct-to-video movie, a Star Trek movie with Michelle Yeoh called Section 31. Actually, it sounds pretty good. I've read it and it's
Section 31. I
yeah.
think that's on Prime, I
Is
reckon.
it? Yeah, probably
I
is. Yeah.
I reckon it is, or it was coming to Prime because I remember seeing something
I
about that.
think I've seen it on there too, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah, that's we're getting a physical of that. Another one that we're getting, a movie I really liked, it's been out for a couple of years. I watched it a couple of years ago called Self-Reliance. Jake Johnson, who's from New Girl, directs it. It's only come on DVD. It's got Anna Kendrick in it and Andy Samberg as well, and it's actually really really funny. It's a really great movie, but DVD only, but really worth a watch. Getting another one with called The Passenger, which I thought I'd seen, but I looked it up and I haven't seen. It's got Kyle Gallner in it, and if you don't know Kyle Gallner, you're about to, because his name is really familiar. Sorry, I'm just about to look him up. Just to explain why he might sound familiar. So this is another 2023 movie. This is coming to DVD and Blu-ray. This is the one. This movie is 6.4. A man is forced to face his fears and confront his troubled past. He must find a way to survive when his co-worker snaps and goes into a violent killing spree. Kyle Gallner, who's starting to make a name for himself, was in Smile 2, Strange Darling, and the first Smile
Oh,
movie. Yeah.
he's the guy with the mustache.
Yeah. He's also in the Scream remake from
Yeah, he's
2022.
been in heaps of
Yeah,
movies now.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I'm bringing him up because yeah, he's all of a sudden yeah, it's appearing everywhere, especially in these horror films. So yeah, pretty keen to see The Passenger. Sounds good. We're also getting on 4K. Sorry, I apologize. Just DVD and Blu-ray. The Kane Mutiny Court Martial, which is a William Friedkin film with Kiefer Sutherland, Jason Clarke, and Jake Lacey. And this is
Yeah.
from it's one of his later films, but it's just a courtroom drama about the K mutiny, and apparently it's really fucking good. It's really good apparently. So as I mentioned, brushed on before, coming in November, we're getting some Ealing comedies, Kind Hearts and Coronets, and The Lady Killers. The Lady Killers I have seen a couple of times, and it is great. It's actually really, really funny. Alec Guinness and whatnot. Peter Sellers is also in that, and Denny Green. Kind Hearts and Coronets. I'm trying to rack my brain who is actually in that at the moment. But anyway, I have those on Blu-ray, but very keen to get the 4Ks. I've mentioned this before. Harvey, the 75th anniversary is finally coming. Amazing movie. Jimmy Stewart, yeah, an old movie well worth recommending. I'm now taking the prize for random title of the 4K releases this month is a French movie called Diva. It actually sounds really good. I don't. It's a Studio Canal title, which is why we're getting it here in Australia. But it's when a young messenger Jules makes an illegal recording of a famed opera singer's live performance, he becomes inveigled in a madcap chase pursued by a gang of Taiwanese music pirates and mistaken by a team of ruthless assassins. His life is turned upside down as he survives the thrills and spills of unpredictable and unforgettable Parisian underworld. That sounds fucking great. That
Sounds
just,
pretty
yeah,
full on.
I like those madcap cat and mouse chase movies. I think if that's what that is, I'm very happy. It's directed by Jean-Jacques Benet and other actors I've never heard of. So, but keen. Yeah, that actually sounds really good. Like I said, Airplane, Top Secret, and The Naked Gun are getting their individual releases. So the same movies that were in the Zaz box set that came out last year or early this year. It was early this year. It was actually January.
Yep.
So they're all getting individuals. We are getting the How the Grinch Stole Christmas steelbook. So that the steelbook will come the Blu-ray and a 4K, just standard 4K as well, getting re-released. I love How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is the Ron Howard one with Jim Carrey. Not the
Oh,
cartoon version they did. It's so great.
I'll totally be getting that. I love that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, me too. Oh, it's Jim Carrey, man. Fuck, he's good. He's just so good. He just elevates everything. And he hasn't done that type of the way he acts in that. He hasn't done that again until the Sonic movies. And the Sonic movies are great, all because of him as well. The next two titles in the Shout Factory releases coming to Australia from All Interactive is Dog Soldiers, which I have the second sight of that and watched that the other night. Dog Soldiers, it's kind of bad, but it's also really, really good. It's kind of gruesome, but it's got some. I had some issues with it, but I still enjoyed it quite a lot. But despite my issues, just with the production value and some of the performances. And we're also getting Fade to Black, which is, have you heard of Fade to Black? You're nodding there.
Got Fade to Black. I got
You've
the
got it?
vinegar version
Ah, okay. So this
on
is
on
about,
Blu-ray,
yeah,
but I reckon 4K would be quite good because there's a lot of detail in that film
mm,
because it's based on film. So
yeah. It's
the
about a movie
guy is
buff.
a movie buff working in
Yeah,
a movie like production place, and it's his life is movies. He watches movies. He wants
bro.
to be in these movies, and there's a lot of like Easter egg stuff within all the sets and
I'm
all that.
keen.
So
Yeah,
it
right.
is it's pretty cool, man. I reckon you'd enjoy it.
It sounds like it reads like I would enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, it sounds relatable, I would say anyway, a lonely movie buff. Well, hello, welcome to the club.
I
Yeah. So yeah, also again, almost at the end. They're re-releasing the box set, the complete box set of Breaking Bad, which will include El Camino, but only on DVD. That's getting a
oh,
re-release. Sad not getting a Blu-ray, but if you got the Blu-ray, if you wanted it, you probably already got it. I know I do. The Jacob's Ladder 4K is coming 5th of November. I think that's a weird title to be getting a 4K out of all the movies they could make. I mean, Jacob's Ladder is great, but it just seems weird. Just a weird release. You like Jacob's Ladder, you're a fan.
yeah, I remember hiring that when I was a kid on
Yeah,
VHS.
same
Not
man,
that I
same.
not that I really understood it then, but I watched it again, when I bought the imprint version, and I thought, yeah, it's a really great film.
Yeah,
But people are losing their shit over this getting a 4K. Like,
yeah, I know.
you
I
know,
I've
it's
got
making the
the.
internet break down.
We both have the imprint one, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I watched it earlier in the year and I was like, yeah, it's good. It's PTSD, really, what it's about. The next, speaking of weird releases, Air America, we're getting that in on the 5th of November as well. I'm keen to. Pretty sure I saw that once upon a time back in the day, and Mel Gibson and Robert Downey Jr. at the peak of his addiction. So very keen to check that out and see if I can spot him off his tits because
Well,
there's.
that's the sort of character that he's playing as well. The
Oh, is he?
character
Yeah, I
that
can't remember a
he
thing
does
about
get
it.
off his tits in the
Right.
film as the character, but he was probably fully off his tits.
Probably how he passed the audition. I mean, he was probably off his tits when he
You've
went.
done it. We're hiring you. You are a
Yeah.
drug-addled person.
Here's
Hired.
another one. Here's another one that I'm gonna guess you have seen this. I don't know why, but it feels like a movie you've seen. It's called Red Sun, directed by Terrence Young, who directed quite a few of the Bond movies. But it stars Charles Bronson, Ursula Andress, Toshiro Mifune, and Alain Delon, who's the French guy who died last year, early this year, like one of the most handsome actors and charming actors on the face that ever existed. And yeah, I'd only heard of his name when he died, and I'm like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Can see. But anyway, this is a spaghetti western co-starring a Japanese superstar and a French heartthrob as a villain, with James Bond's director. Everything in Red Sun gels beautifully. Man, a samurai in a western. This to me. I'm just really intrigued. I'm super keen to get that. Terrence Young did direct some of the better Connery ones as well. Dr. No, Russia with Love, and Thunderball. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds amazing. Anyway, that is all I've got to talk about. There are just the other general titles that have been in the cinema coming later in the year, Nobody 2 and things like that.
Yep.
I could go through a complete list, but we will wrap it up here. That's normally where we wrap it up, isn't it? Remind me.
No, Adam, we're not done.
Oh, due for 4K. What do we got with
4K
4K? My
list.
goodness, I jumped the gun. And
Far out, Adam.
it's
Far out.
spooky season. It's spooky season. Can I go first so you don't steal one on me again?
Absolutely, Adam. I don't think you're going to pick any of the ones that I've got. I'd be highly
Okay.
surprised.
So this was when I was going to announce The Fly, but my good friend here announced that last month. So again, The Fly. I'll just repeat it. for posterity. We need the full eye on 4K. That'd be great. But my first pick for this month, I am going to keep it Halloween themed or horror themed. Jennifer's Body. I'd love to see that in a
Oh
4K.
yeah,
And I'm assuming you've
Megan
seen
Fox.
Biggie Fox, Amanda Seyfried, and why can't I remember who directed it?
It is a classic.
Diablo
I
Cody
mean,
wrote it. Oh, Diablo Cody, directed by Michelle Gondry. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's I like it. I like it a lot. And Adam Brody is in this as well. This is a great movie. I think it's hella fun.
yeah, yeah, that was a big hit when it came out.
Yeah, Megan Fox was the big star at the time before Lost the Plot.
She turned into nothing. You don't hear about her anymore.
No,
I mean, she was in Transformers, but
she hasn't done anything else. She was in. The only other
I
thing
think
I've
that's
seen her in
about it.
was This is 40. That's the only other thing I've ever seen her in, I think.
Was she in that?
Yeah,
Wow.
she works in the shop that his wife owns, the clothes shop.
Oh, she does too.
Mm.
Well, I'll match your horror. I've
Hmm.
got a couple horrors from this list. I'm gonna roll with Ravenous. I don't know,
Oh,
Guy Pearce,
yeah, it's a
um,
cannibalism stuff.
yeah, and Robert Carlyle,
I've seen
and a
that.
heap of other cool people. I
What a
reckon
video
that
store.
would be wild getting a 4K. Like,
Yeah, that's an
that's
umbrella
not
title, right?
really
Yeah.
readily available on any format, really, at the moment. It
I
may have
heard,
had a Blu-ray here ages ago, but that'd be long out of print.
where'd you pull that from? That's a really great pick because I remember seeing this when I worked at video store. I've definitely seen this.
I reckon I saw that at the cinema when it came out, and
Okay.
it was a it was bloodthirsty as like people weren't happy about it because it was a little bit too full on
Yeah, yeah,
from what
it's
I
pretty gruesome, pretty gnarly from what
mm,
I remember too.
gnarly is a good word.
Mm,
So
yeah,
yeah, that's my first pick is the old
cool.
Ravenous. I haven't actually seen that for a really, really long time.
Where did you pull that from?
Oh, just out of my brain, Adam. It just popped into my head.
Just there?
Well,
Righto.
because I don't have any movies to pull out of my shelves anymore,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to like really dig deep these
Yeah.
days.
This was the first time I actually went to my shelves to look for stuff
Yeah,
for this
right.
episode because I've just had, yeah, mostly everything else I've not looked. I've just gone, yeah, I want this, I want this. Just a list of wants. Anyway, next one is I'm cheating as I normally do. I'm putting in two movies here, but it's from the same franchise. We really need, and I think it would have been a great opportunity this time around to have it, but I want Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, and Bordello of Blood. We need those
Oh
upgraded.
fuck yeah.
We want 4K.
Definitely.
Yeah. I love
If
Demon
then
Knight, man. I love it so much. I love everything Tales from the Crypt, though. I don't know why. I just vibe with everything they do. They have done.
honestly, they would have to be in the process of doing them.
Oh, God, I hope so.
It'd have to be that's got Scream Factory written all over it.
Yeah.
Well, Scream Factory brought out the Blu-ray of that.
Mm,
It's actually now here's your theory, Adam. If you go onto their website, it's
mm.
dirt cheap right now.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
So
I saw it
yes,
cheap-ish on Amazon too at a certain point. So that's what I mean. I'm expecting it to happen.
I mean this
It's
could be dropping like for what early next year maybe.
it would make sense for it to come out in October though, being the
Well,
season.
it
But
would
yeah, but it doesn't mean that's what they do. Like it doesn't work like that. Yeah. But anyway.
unless it's
Oh,
October next year.
I don't want to wait that long because I don't own them physically. Because I know there are Cinema Cult ones. The Australian release, the old Shock label released them here. They were, remember
Yep,
those the silver top Cinema Cult films? They were,
I reckon I've got that one.
yeah. I've looked them up on eBay and fucking expensive. So no, I own them on like,
I only got Demon Knight. I didn't get the Bordello one.
yeah, okay. I remember, yeah.
They
Okay.
did release both of them.
Bordello Blood's got Corey Feldman in it
Yeah.
and Dennis Leary. Anyway, another one. Doesn't matter. It's great. Billy Zane in Demon Knight is amazing. He's fucking off chops. He's so over the top. It's great.
Yeah, he's
Mm.
fucking wild.
Your next one.
All right, I'm gonna go with another very left of field one because I was thinking about it the other day. Shogun Assassin, which is late. It come out late 70s.
It's a
but
TV show, isn't it?
it's actually two films put together to make that film. One of the most violent films to ever come out in that time, with more kills than any film that come out at that time.
1980, it says.
So it's like it was Lone Wolf and Cub
Yep, yep.
and another movie, and they put them together and
Sounds
made
good,
that one.
man. It's a
Yeah, it's
7.3. When the wife of a shogun of the shogun's
classic.
decapitator is murdered and he's ordered to commit suicide by the paranoid shogun, he and his 4-year-old son escape and become assassins for hire, embarking on a journey of blood and violent death. Sounds cool.
It dead set, man. That is one film I've always wanted to get. It's quite expensive because you want to
Mm.
get the uncut version
Yeah,
with
okay.
all the violence. That's why I just think that it'd be a good one to get a 4K, and it'd
Yeah.
be well worth a big box.
That's an 88 title, right? Or probably Radiance or something.
Could be. It'd be some obscure label for sure. So yeah,
Um,
that's my second pick.
Nice. I'm cheating just a little bit here because it's kind of been announced, but it's been on my list for a long time. Actually, have I mentioned this before? I mean, Barbarian is an obvious choice, but apparently there is
Fuck
movement
yeah,
on it getting a physical release. I'm amazed.
absolutely. We
Yeah,
need that,
yeah. Well, the good news is it's going to happen, but who knows by when?
especially with the that cover art that they've been
Mm.
teasing, because that is just the bomb.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I've shared if you follow the page, yeah, I've shared it on the page a few times. Yeah, bring it on. Looks great. Your next one.
All right, let's pull out something else that's you may have forgotten about. Copycat,
Oh yeah, Harry
Sigourney
Connick
Weaver.
Jr.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's great.
that that sounds like a shout title to me. I mean,
Copycat. Yeah.
maybe Scream. I mean, it's got to be in that camp. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that hasn't had a 4K yet because that's a pretty wild movie,
Yeah, I remember that.
and you can't really find that on Blu-ray. Well, I don't think we've ever got one in Australia.
No, I think I had a VHS of that, may have.
That was a big deal when that movie came out. Like there was
Yeah,
something about it that made the radio stations start
yeah.
chatting about it, and I remember like hearing about it.
It was marketed very well in Australia, at least. I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great film. So yeah, that's my third pick.
All right. Number 4 for me is something that must happen, and I hope it's being worked on. Is M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. A lot of people hate The
Yeah,
Village. I love The Village.
absolutely.
The Village is great. Yeah, it's great, and it needs a physical release of any kind. Would be lovely, to be honest, because it's super impossible to get. Yeah,
I
The
don't think we
Village.
would.
Probably, yeah, it'd be on DVD. I'm sure there's a Blu-ray around, but I wouldn't be paying the price they want. It just needs, okay. And I think it's because it's a Fox property. It's probably a long way away.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like a lot of his other films have had 4Ks, but not that one.
Yeah, yeah. Even the Visit has gotten a 4K recently, which
I was just about to say
yeah,
that got one.
yeah. This is Disney slash Fox for you though. It's frustrating, very frustrating company. If that was a
All
Warner
right.
title, that would have been released. Yeah, yeah. Anyway.
Well, that's it. But no, has to get complicated. All right. Number four. This is surprising to me that this has not had a 4K yet. A
Hmm?
Bone Tomahawk.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's Kurt Russell, right?
Yep. Like that is a gnarly fucking movie. It just, it just plods along as quite normal until it's not. And then it just gets savage. So it's had Blu-ray releases, like we got one here like years and years ago. I'm surprised that it hasn't got one yet.
I'm sure I've seen this for sale on Amazon really recently. So you might hear about this sooner than you think.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Because when I saw it on Amazon, I'm like, "Gee, I haven't heard of that movie in a very long time." And I just kept scrolling, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Anyway, this next one is a movie I am full-throatedly recommending to anyone because not a lot of people have seen it. It's a British movie. It stars John Boyega. It's an alien invasion movie called Attack the Block.
Attack the Block.
Attack the Block. Yeah, there's a
Is
sequel
that
coming
the
too.
is that the new one or is it like an old one?
No, it was before. It was pre-Star Wars. It was pre John Boyega in Star Wars. So
Okay.
let me have a look. I actually did an episode of this with my mate Shane talking about Attack the Block. I can't remember if it was a podcast or his show, to be
'Cause I
honest.
know I've seen one that was like probably about,
2011.
yeah, it would have been around then.
Joe Cornish directs it. Wrote and directed. Joe Cornish also did Kitty Would Be King. He did the screenplay for Ant-Man and The Adventures of Tintin. That's about it, maybe. No, he didn't direct Hot Fuzz, obviously. He's doing Attack the Block 2, which is in pre-production. Anyway, I thought Joe Cornish had more titles or more credits than that.
I thought that one was there was a heap of like black kids in an apartment
Yeah,
building.
yeah, that's the one. Yep,
So is that the one you're talking about, or is there
it
one that's
is.
older than that?
No, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
it's a cool movie.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
Jodie Whittaker, Nick Frost is in that as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's my fifth and final for spooky season.
well, I've got one more to wrap it up, and I'm not sure if you've mentioned this before, but I
Mm.
think we've both agreed before that this in conversation should be coming, and
Hmm.
that is the Hateful Eight.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
Why has it not got one yet?
If a
Why?
film if a film needs a 4K, The Hateful Eight filmed the way Quentin filmed it. Yeah. I'm surprised that's not on my list somewhere actually. I was just checking to see if I
That's
had it,
why I
but
wasn't sure if you'd already said it, but I know we've talked about it
we have,
off
yeah.
off
Yeah.
camera. We've
Yes.
talked about it, and it would be cool if it was both cuts of the film. I mean,
Absolutely.
they're both super long anyway, but it would be really cool if they just get this fucker out. And yeah, I don't know what would be holding that up. They've done all the other ones so far,
Yeah.
but that one has not had one iota of it's coming. So it needs.
We need it. We absolutely need it.
Yes, that is my fifth pick for 4K wish list for September, going into
Mm,
October.
yes. October show. Oh, good. All right. Does that wrap us up?
It does now.
I
I'd
jumped the gun, I
say
jumped the gun
I can't
before.
say no, no, wait. There's more. There is
There's
no
more.
more. There's no more.
There's,
There's no steak knives. There's
there's no,
nothing else. It's
I was
this is
about to
it.
say there's no more Tim Dencham. We're over with. Look, man, thanks for coming on. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it as always. It's always good fun chatting with you. Where can people catch you? Let's plug. Do we ever plug on this show? You are on
Yeah.
Instagram
We plug the super fun happy horror hour
over
a
and
couple
over. Well,
times.
you mentioned Christopher Landon. Christopher Landon? No,
I did.
no, the dude from Fright Night. It's not Landon. Christopher
Oh,
fucking
Chris Sarandon.
Sarandon. Chris Sarandon. Christopher Landon was a guy in bloody Touched by anyway. Chris Sarandon.
How
Yeah,
do you
I was gonna say me and Mike also did an episode. Our very first episode was on the two Fright Night movies. So yeah, cool, super fun, happy horror hour.
I was gonna say you weren't talking about Touched by an Angel or
Yeah, that's the
whatever
one I was talking
Christopher
about.
Landon was doing at the time.
Someone's getting
But
touched
yes,
by an
you can
angel.
catch me on Instagram on as Blue Relic Hunter. Yeah, that's the only page I've got. Whatever I'm talking about at the time, that's where you find me.
You'll find the show also at KerbSide Collections on Instagram. I am Curb Rider on Letterboxd, and you already know the other podcast I do. We've
What
mentioned it
what
a
is
couple
that
of
again?
times.
I
It's
didn't quite catch that.
I did do another one also called The Cinematic Wasteland, which is a podcast about cinema history that will be dropping sometime this week, where we talk about 1932. I can't remember what we spoke about. Oh, I Am a Fugitive from a Chain Gang. Great movie. Fuck, it was good. From 1932. It was really, really good. Anyway, Kerbside Collections is a part of the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network, where you can find many awesome podcasts that cover any topic that you can probably think of, especially in the pop culture universe. So check them out. check out my other shows. They're also on the SPDM crew as well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. This has been a longer show than we anticipated. Thanks for going all the way. Hope you've enjoyed your walk or your commute or however you listen to it. Hope the train wasn't full of eshays trying to stab you and you got through this episode without having to sweat. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in and being loyal to us, and we'll catch you next time.